It's funny, we always kind of joke about this, but their greed today with the new bundle in Kakaduki Modern Warfare Deuce and a Half in Warzone, their greed proves this point even more, that it feels like they just straight up hate solo players. Like, you're miserable basically from the time you get on Call of Duty to the time you get off Call of Duty with these modern games. If you're an OG and you were playing those classics, you never felt like you needed to party up. Like if you were confident in your gun skill, you know, if you were a decent player, well, then there's a good chance you were running that lobby solo. You're running a whole gang of lobbies solo. It did not matter who was on your team. But you never felt like you needed to have a party or even a solid homie or two on your team. You could run it solo and you were fine. Of course, you could party up and you'll have a better time, just chilling out with the homies, having a good time. That's fine too. You could do that, but you never felt like you needed to do that. And nowadays, they treat you like they hate you, especially if you're an OG. If you're an OG that doesn't buy bundles, oh, they don't want you on their game anymore. They know they got your money for the base game every day, the full price for the game. They know they got you every year. You're an OG. You ain't going nowhere. You can't get your fix on any other games because there's no true competition out here. They know they got you for the full price game every single year. Other than that, they just want you to buy the game. They don't want you playing the game. They just want your initial sale, and then that's it. And now they give you incentives to go grab a full party. Go grab a couple of homies. Party up for some Kakaduki and sweat your fucking balls off every single game. But before we get into this new cringy ass bundle that's giving you an incentive to party up with your homies, only if you and your homies are buying cringy ass skins for a full price game in a first person shooter, I want to get something off my chest real quick, man. I keep seeing this whack as fuck argument from the dick riders out here. The dick eating for X-Defiant and Call of Duty. It's insane out here on the socials, on these YouTube streets. It's like you got so many sheep on their knees every day for these billion-dollar companies, or they're stuck with their pants around their ankles. And it's all about leave the billion-dollar company alone. They're making excuses. They're constantly trying to come up with different ways to excuse terrible business practices, just straight up greed. I keep seeing this whack as fuck, dumb as hell argument from these goofy bitches out here trying to excuse the bundles that we see in Call of Duty now because we had clown skins in a Call of Duty game called Advanced Warfare back in 2014. So we had those skins. I think we had like 3 or 5 of them or something. I don't know. I didn't put a whole lot of time to Advanced Warfare. As you guys know, that's when Call of Duty started to decline. Keyword there. Call of Duty was starting to decline at this point. It started to decline a little bit with Call of Duty Ghosts. I'm not trying to offend anybody that liked those games, but the golden era of Call of Duty, COD 4 to Black Ops 2, I'm sure most of us can agree on that. That was when you wanted to be playing Call of Duty. That was when Call of Duty was the fucking game, man. Everybody was on that shit. So they keep trying to excuse this nonsense now because what, 10 years after Call of Duty initially launched, when was the first Call of Duty out? 2003 or something like that? So Advanced Warfare came out in 2014. 7 years after Call of Duty 4 launched and 2 years removed from Black Ops 2, they keep trying to defend what we got in Call of Duty now because we had a few of those skins in an Advanced Warfare game that was set in the far future and it was fiction. They keep trying to justify the bullshit now because we had those skins then. I even seen somebody trying to excuse the skins that we have now, the bullshit that we see now, because we had a bacon camo in Black Ops 2 and a Space Cats camo in Call of Duty Ghosts. Again, Call of Duty Ghosts is when the franchise started to decline, man. Like, a lot of people were kind of fed up at that point. That game was really campy. It had a lot of terrible maps. The streak sucked. Not everything sucked about COD Ghosts. I've already made videos talking about the good things that COD Ghosts did. But it wasn't a great Call of Duty. It was a typical Infinity War Call of Duty. Very campy, very slow, time limits for days and shit. A lot of people were kind of checked out on Call of Duty at that point. A lot of people didn't come back until Black Ops 3. A lot of people didn't come back at all. But like, why are they talking like we didn't dog on this shit back then too, though? I mean, I don't remember anybody saying anything positive about the Space Cats camo except for the fucking nerds, dude. The nerds that sweat on Call of Duty all day long from the time they get up to the time they go to sleep for free. They think that like, this is their fucking job or some shit. They get off on this shit. They cream their pants thinking about sweating on Call of Duty in a fucking pub. We ain't talking about ranked. We ain't talking about professional tournaments. We ain't talking about no money tournaments. We ain't talking about shit, man. We're talking about a fucking pub. These nerds think that this is the way you need to play the game. Yeah, they were buying the camo and they liked it. And we all made fun of them for it. Back then, you could actually talk on your mic. You didn't have a bot. Listening and banning people because a grown man said a mean word to another grown man on a video game that he paid for in a video game that's rated for adults. We didn't have that shit back then. You could call somebody out in the lobby and you were fine. Everybody did it. Actually, these YT, TTV nerds now that think like life is sweating on Call of Duty and anything less than that means that you're a garbage human being. Like they think if they got a good KD in Call of Duty, that's going to get them laid. They think if their KD is good in Call of Duty, it means that their dick is bigger than yours or something, even though they don't have a dick. These nerds got destroyed in the lobby. Post game, it didn't matter. They got destroyed, and they got destroyed in the game too. These casuals were making these sweats go negative, and they were sweating their fucking ass off, man, and they were still going negative. These fucking virgins, they got it, man. But still, we're talking about like a $2 camo. Like, how much was the camos in Ghost? I think they were $2. Same with Black Ops 2, they were $2. You got calling cards and shit with them too. You could put those camos on any gun in the game, and it did not matter what attachments you put on your gun still always looked like that. And how are we going to compare a bacon camo, or even as much as, like, I ain't trying to defend the Space Cats camo because I called that shit out back then, but trying to compare that to what we see now with these bundles, dude, this argument is hilarious to me. I can smell the shill and the virginity through the screen with these little beta males trying to make this argument. You are the perfect puppet. You're doing exactly what Activision wants, soldiering for them, and you're a pussy little bitch. But anyways, let us get into this bundle. I'm not looking at it right now, but we got a new bundle in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Deuce and a Half today, and it's called the Serial Creep Party Pack. All right, I'm going to grab a screenshot. I'll put it in here after when I'm editing before I upload this for you guys. The only slight positive that I'm seeing here is that this bundle is only 1,600 COD points this time. But basically, it looks like, you know, something from something out of the Batman, like a little bit of the Riddler, like how he had tape all around dude's head and shit like that. Like, clearly, they're taking some inspiration from over there. But anyways, if you buy this bundle, and your homies go and buy this bundle, and you guys party up, you will get double XP across the board. You'll get double XP, double weapon XP, double battle pass XP. And listen, let me say this real quick. Nobody gives a flying fuck about your double XP, Activision. We haven't since you removed the traditional prestige system. Nobody cares about double XP because your prestige system now sucks. You know what? Maybe for the super casuals, they might still care about double XP. I don't know, man. The only thing that I care about, if I get a new weapon, yeah, double weapon XP is cool. Double battle pass XP, that's the only one that I ever care about because I have limited time with the game to begin with. And it's tough to grind to get the weapons that are in that battle pass. Now, I'm seeing a lot of people out here calling this bundle pay to win. And, you know, if we were talking about, like, remember how OP the Groot skin was? I made a video talking about that when they dropped that in the battle pass, and they also had a premium version of it with the black cell. I dropped a video calling it that pay to win, because even though it was in the battle pass, I still broke down why I was calling it pay to win, because that skin was so fucking overpowered, dude. Just like, you couldn't even see a motherfucker that was wearing that joint. That skin was broken as hell, man. So they fixed it a little bit now. It's definitely a lot better than what it was. Yeah, I was very confident. I was more than comfortable calling that shit pay to win. You can make an argument for this being pay to win. I would make more of an argument for it being more like pay to skip. Like, is there anything really in this battle pass that's pay to win? Like, if you were to search, like, I didn't really look at it. I thought the battle pass this season, season 3, is pretty lame, you know, but is there anything in there that's truly pay to win? I don't know, man. You can make an argument for it being pay to win. You can make an argument against it. I would say it's more of a pay to skip. If you remember those DMZ bundles in Modern Warfare Deuce, those were pay to win. I actually made a couple of videos calling some of those bundles pay to win. You were getting UAVs with them joints and shit. Yeah, those were definitely pay to win. Here we're talking about XP, you know, but the greasy part about it is if you're in parties of 2, you'll get the double weapon XP that you probably don't care about. Maybe you might have one more gun left that you need to grind up. So yeah, I guess you'll use it for that. So you get the double weapon XP and the double XP if you're in a party of 2. But if you're in a party of 3 or more, that's when you get the double battle pass XP, man. So a party of 3 or more of people who all bought this bundle, or I guess they'll be dropping more killer bundles in the game at some point. So if you and your homies are in a party together and you all have at least one of these killer bundles, then yeah, you'll get the double battle pass XP. And that is just, they're doing anything and everything to get these sheep beta males out here to buy these cringy ass fucking bundles. Skins for an operator and a full priced first person shooter and a couple of camos for your guns, but if you switch around the attachments, the guns now look like shit. These nerds, these sheep, reward terrible business practices. But hey, they're adults, right? They're sheep, but they're adults. They can spend their money however they want. They're free to do that. And I'm free to make these videos calling these bitches out. And I'm going to continue to do that. That's all I got for this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you on that next one.